Are you in there? Hello, everybody. It's Megan here from AM Soaps. So you can already tell. I'm going to get this a bit better. It's hard for me to see you because of the sunlight. You can already tell that this video is a little bit different than usual. I'm not in my soaping clothes. I'm not in the kitchen yet, and that's because I just want to tell you a little bit more about what this soap is that I'm going to make. It's a special soap. Today's Wednesday, May 11th, 2016, and Tuesday, May 3rd, 2016, I think I have that right. The city of Fort McMurray was evacuated, and 94,000 people from that area are now they're still evacuated, and they've just, like a friend of mine said on Facebook, scattered like leaves. Does that look right? I look okay. You know, it's important that I look somewhat together. So 94,000 people are displaced and living in shelters, living with friends, living with family. They're all over the country. A lot of people in Fort McMurray were from other places, so they've gone back home, right? The name of this soap is I Love You, Fort McMurray. It's not I Love Fort McMurray. That might seem like a mistake to some people because, New York, you'd say, I love New York. It's not, because to me, Fort McMurray is it's more than a location. It is a very special place to me. So to me, it is kind of like a person. And this has been a very bad week. Seeing Fort McMurray burning has kind of felt like the loss of a person, and we did actually, in fact, lose our house in Fort McMurray. One of the very first places to go was our neighborhood there. Now that might be confusing because you can see I'm here in my house, but it was a rental, and thank God the renters are okay. I've been in contact with them, so everyone's okay. All we've lost are items, possessions, things, but the townhouse, we lived there, and it was a very happy place. Every time we were in Fort McMurray, we would drive by. You do that. You're like, hey, let's go to the old place. And it's so strange to see there's nothing there. We've seen the pictures. It's just black ash. And, of course, the Canada Post super boxes. As someone said, they got to make sure you can get your bills. The super boxes, like maybe they'll survive a nuclear bomb or something. I don't know. They're all over town, and Canada Post boxes are still there. Anyhow, more tragic than the loss of my townhouse was extremely tragic for the renters. They lost everything. It's terrible. Everyone's okay though, pets and children and people, but a lot of people were separated from their pets. Right now, they're still trying to get people together. Worst was my mother-in-law lost her place, and all she had with her at the time was her purse, because she was saving horses. She was busy moving horses to a safe place, and she really thought she would go home. She didn't realize the fire would take her home, and because she wasn't in the neighborhood I was in, and it did take her home. I'm sorry, this should be a happy video. I'm sorry. The fire took her home. All she had was her purse, so she's lost all her photos. She's safe now. Everyone I know is in a safe location. Everyone's made it and they're relocated. So this soap, called I Love You, Fort McMurray, is going to be given as a gift. All summer I'm going to be at the farmers market in Cold Lake, Alberta, and as long as supplies last, I've already made 2 loaves, so tonight I'm going to make 2 more loaves. So as long as supplies last, if you're from Fort McMurray, you get a hug and free soap from me, because I love Fort McMurray. And this is not going to be a sad video, I promise. I'm finished with being sad. This is going to be a happy video, and this is actually the happiest soap. I designed it. I just said to my husband, Aaron, I said, I want to do something happy. I'm tired of the grief. And I want this to be the happiest soap anyone's ever seen. So I chose confetti because, confetti is like a party. And yellow piping, because yellow to me is a joyful, happy color. Makes you think of sunshine. And then I put squares of colorful embeds in the top, so it looks like candy. So it's a very pretty, colorful, happy soap. So let's get to work. I'm sorry that was so depressing, everyone. Okay, let's cheer up. Actually, that introduction was the third take because, and that's the best I could do. The other two were worse. Oh my goodness. All right, let's cheer up, people. You didn't come to my YouTube channel to be depressed. So I would like to know, what does a clock do when it's hungry? What does a clock do when it's hungry? The answer is, it goes back 4 seconds. So here are the soaps I'm going to use to make the confetti and the cubes for the top, because I'm going to make some little pieces that look like candy. I already have some cubes left over. And I've tried to find old soaps that have really happy colors. I mean, every color is a happy color, but, you know, like for example, here's my old candy cane soap, red and pink. And then I've got purple. It's really the primaries that I want. I've got the yellow. This is a banana popsicle that's a little bit warped. See the bottom? So I'll use that one. That's a good thing about imperfection is it gives you, I'm going to stop that. Stop that, you. Imperfections give you something to use for confetti soap. And what else? Got some blue here and some more purple. So I am going to grate this up with my grater. Some old soaps here. This is old chocolate stuff. I think I'll never ever run out of soap in my life. I'm going to grate up these pretty colors and cube up a little bit more. And then we will whip up this soap with our stick blender, add the grated soap, pipe yellow on. Hi everybody, I'm back now. So I have here my lye water and my oil ready, stick blender's ready, and I'm just gonna blend her up, and then I'm gonna add the confetti. I'm gonna put aside a little bit for the piping, which will be yellow. And that's it. I already put the fragrance in. The fragrances I'm using is a blend of fragrances. This one I think is clean linen. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's my cats running around. They're playing tag. They're running back and forth. They're having a fun day. It's really, summer's coming back, so I think they're excited. Scraper. So let's pour the lye water in. And stick blend it up. This one's definitely the one that I put the clean linen in. That's what it was called. And it smells really good. Very nice. Each one of them are just, I chose sort of just nice soap fragrances, not fruits or anything. There's things like clean linen. They were fragrances I didn't have any other plans for. So, extras. You know, sometimes you order something not really knowing what it's for, and then you have it sitting around, and one day, like today, you use it for something. So I'm adding just a spoonful of titanium dioxide to the, Megan, split the batter first. All right, put some batter in here. That's my yellow. Okay. Oopsie, I almost made a big mistake. Adding a spoonful of white, 1 teaspoon of white to this, and a half. I've already made 2 loaves, and they don't look white enough, so I'm adding a touch more white in this one than I did to that one. Bit of white in that. So when you see me cut this soap, you're going to see I'm going to have 4 large loaves and 1 little loaf. I want at least 50 bars. So there are currently 300 people or families in my city of Cold Lake that have relocated from Fort McMurray. And right now, as we speak, there's many more being moved to Bonnyville, which is about a 35-minute drive from where I am. So we do have a lot of people who have made it to this area. So I'm going to have 50 bars of soap ready, at least. I'm going to give that a bit more white. Does not look white enough to me. I want it stark white. I would like it so you really have a contrast between the batter. Although, you know, the batter is going to whiten up as it cures as well. But I would like some contrast between the white batter and the bright colored confetti. Here's my batter. I'm going to add the confetti. Here's my bowl of all kinds of colors. So many different colors in here. I want to get a good blend of different purples and reds and blues and greens and yellows. I really want a lot in there. That's good. Probably about half of the bowl. This is for the next loaf, and then I have a little bit more set aside for the small loaf. Now, stir her in. Really blend and mix this up. So we got, I like it when it looks like angel food cake. That's the look I like. So I'm going to really stir it up. Hope this cures white. Doesn't look very white now, but the soap batter isn't what the color of the soap ends up being. It always changes. Fragrance is wonderful. Alrighty. So if you are wondering, while you're watching this, how you could help Fort McMurray, there is, if you are Canadian and you give to the Red Cross, it will be matched. I believe if you're in Alberta, it's going to be matched twice. So at my workplace today, we had a barbecue and we raised $1,300. And then that's going to be matched by the Alberta government, and then I think it might be matched again by the federal government. So the Red Cross is really just taking care of people right now while they're displaced. You can also give to the Fort McMurray Food Bank. As soon as people get back into town, there are going to be many people that really don't have any, they're just really struggling. They're going to need, and even if their place didn't burn down, everything they had is just, any food in their home is gone. It's, you know, the perishables. Especially if the power went out. In some places I know the power hasn't gone out. At least as far as people knew it hadn't. So you can give to the Fort McMurray Food Bank. You can give to the Fort McMurray SPCA. Even Americans, like you can give online to these nonprofits. You can give to the Biche Humane Society because they are struggling right now. They have most of the pets in Biche, Alberta. That's LAC space LA space BICHE. Biche. It's a beautiful town, and that's where they have a lot of the animals. Already now some owners are saying they can't take those animals back, just give them up for adoption. Aaron and I might go get one. We might go get a cat. And you can also give to the Edmonton SPCA because they are also working on taking care of the animals. There were some people that came quickly. So there are people that were not able to go home at all. Like they were at work, and especially if they had kids, they got a call from the school and they were told to come pick up their child. And by the time they got their child, the fire was there and they just had to go, get in the car and go. A lot of people didn't have enough gas to get very far. They got out of town. There's a lot of abandoned vehicles. It's just chaos. Just crazy. So obviously these people didn't get their pets. If they had a pet, it got left behind. And most places didn't burn. There are many, many places that did not burn. And the SPCA got in and got the pets. There was an organization. They could notify the SPCA of their address, what was in that house. You know, this is my address, and I have 2 cats in there. And the SPCA went and got them and took them to Biche, posted photos. People went and got their pets. So there were people. The city ended up being cut in two. So there were people in the north that had to go north and people in the south that had to go south. So there were families that were separated. You know, mom and her kids are fleeing north and dad's fleeing south, or vice versa. We've made it through. So yeah, those are the organizations you can give to. If you're in Canada, United Way, Red Cross. If you're in the States, you can online give to these. I'll put some descriptions in the video. I'll put some links in the video description. All right, so I'll be back for the piping. See you soon.